Hello, my geeky tribe. So, today I want to talk to you about something I found that I think fixes a really big problem for us in teaching. So, we all know how incredibly important effective feedback is to the kids' learning. John Hattie tells us that it's got an effect size of, I think, 0.70, which is massive, as his cutoff point's 0.50, for making a big difference to how the kids learn. So we all know that it's important. We know that as teachers that it's important. But the problem is, when on earth do we ever find the time to actually give effective feedback? I don't know about you, but I get all giddy and inspired and I hand out some sort of formative assessment and collect it all back in, still feeling quite good about the fact that I'm going to do this. But by the time I've been working for about 2.5 hours and I'm still not near the end of the pile, my enthusiasm starts to wane a little bit. So this is where Classkick comes in. It is the fabulous, quick way to give kids really useful feedback. So you go to this app on any device, Classkick. You can just Google it. It'll be the first one that comes up. I'm just going to log in because obviously I've already got an account. I log in with my Google account, but you can just log in with any email. I'm not going to go through showing you exactly how you sign the kids up and all that stuff because it really is just as simple as giving them a code. They can download the app for their iPads, but they don't even need to. You can just use it in the browser on any device at all. Okay, so I had them set up a still and moving images web book because that is what I'm doing this term, and they are going to keep all of their notes and their sketch notes inside that. So yesterday we were looking at teal paragraphs, and I got them to basically put down in their own words what they had learnt. So, okay, go over to view student work and load up what the kids are doing. It's great because you can actually see this in real time. If you haven't worked with these kinds of apps before where you can just look and exactly see what the kids are doing, that's worth its weight in gold just on its own. Now, there are two features of this that I find really useful. The first one's this little guy over here. And this is where the kids can virtually put their hand up. So they can put their hand up in two ways. They can either put their hand up and just ask you a question that they need you to answer for them to keep progressing, or they can put their hand up and say, Miss, can you give me some feedback on this? I may think I'm done, or I need you to tell me where to go next. So when they do that, this is by far my favourite feature of any app this year. You just head over. Firstly, you've got to load up the work that you're going to be looking at, and I think I decided I'm going to look at pearls. So you load up the work, and in fact, I'll look at this one. Okay, and you have a quick look at it, and you decide what it is that you need to say to the child. And then you go over here and see this little guy here. He's going to change your life. You hit on him, you start recording, and you tell the kid what it is they need to change. Hey, Natalia, I'm just looking at what you're doing here. I'm not sure if it comes up like this on your screen, but your top image is over top of whatever you've written about analytical paragraphs. I want you to think what else a topic sentence does besides that. It is used to introduce the topic of the paragraph, but there's a couple more key elements to a topic sentence that I want you to include. Also, in your evidence sentence explanation, I want you to tell me what are the two kinds of evidence that you can use and explain what they are. Okay, aside from that, this is good. Change those couple of things and you're on the right track. Oh, don't forget to use an image for each one of your points, because what we're trying to do is achieve that dual coding thing, that text and images or drawings help us to remember things better. Okay, off you go and do that then. And you hit stop and it whirs around for a little minute, and then beautiful, it drops it right on their page where they can immediately just play that back. And that was the longest feedback I've given in a long time, and that was 51 seconds. So potentially you can zip through an entire class with really effective, useful feedback in under 20 minutes. And this is just a sort of an ad hoc kind of exercise, but I have used it for formative assessment before an assessment. So I've used the actual rubric that we're going to be using in the assessment, given them like a practice go at it, and then just use the rubric to be really pinpoint the stuff that they need to change and how they need to change it, referring back to the learning we've done. And I got through a whole class in 23 minutes. So this is Classkick. It is going to help you give that effective feedback that we have all known for ages we need to give, and John Hattie would be proud of you.